Hi, I'm Doug Hoff, Centriq Training. I'm a technical instructor here, both for the .NET and Java development languages. I also teach business, and recently I authored and I teach the jQuery, HTML5, CSS, and jQuery mobile and mobile web app development courses. I wanted to talk to you about the decision to make the move to mobile. Especially before you start development, you need to estimate the costs of what it takes to choose the right architecture. The architecture choices in mobile are divided up right now, usually between the native and the web app. There's also a little bit of a hybrid app development that's looking pretty good for making the best choice, but generally that means a web app, so we'll just leave it under that for now. The decision is here to decide between native and web app. What's native? Native is using the language of the different platforms. In iOS, it's Objective-C. In Android, it's Java. The web app is just a regular web application that has been customized to fit the small screen and also the lack of the good bandwidth. Those are the important choices that have to be made during design. We're going to look at what your costs are both in the past, in the present, and the future, and then see which one adds up the best. The past, you have developers that have training. Let's leverage that training. The training is both in HTML and CSS, and JavaScript should be really important in the future. They have that. In the native side, they may not have that training, so it's going to cost money to get them trained up to speed. Your old website has content that's already been developed and is already in content, layouts, things that you can reuse. That's a good leverage point too. Let's try to reuse that. If you go to the native apps, you're going to have to redo all that. It looks like this point goes to the web apps. On the present, you have things that people expect. You may expect to not get the same types of feature sets that you can get in a native app on the web. But it's not true, because the web can provide both the ability to upload photos, videos, audio, and do a lot of other features like geolocation and a number of offline tasks that are very important to web apps these days. The native application, I can't think of too many things that we need right now. I think the point here goes to the web apps. In the future, you want to make sure that you have a viable application for the market and to be able to survive in the future for changing standards, because it's changing so much. Right now, the native applications look pretty good, but they're not going to survive as much as the web apps are. The web is going to dominate the environment. And I think with the new JavaScript, with new jQuery versions, with jQuery mobile being a great version out now, 1.3, as well as better tools, better techniques, and developers learning all about the web. Things are improving so much with standards that we're going to have to stay and look at eventually at least a new version of the web application. If not, if you do a native, you're going to have to go to web anyway in the future, is what it amounts to. So looking at all 3 points, I think that the web app is the strongest. If you do have a need to get something out now, make it glamorous like Flash was. Eventually, yeah, the native is good, but it is expensive. But in general, the web app development, which is why I chose to teach those courses, is really the best choice. Thanks for your time.